Hi. No. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us for our E-Trade show. My name is Anetta. I'm a community association manager for FanCo in San Francisco. Today, we have 5 presenters who will be discussing the services they offer, how COVID-19 has affected them and their business, and how they are navigating these strange times. So just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them in the YouTube comment box below, and I'll bring them up during the presentation, and we will have time for questions at the end. We'll also be holding a raffle at the end where you'll have a chance to win 5 prizes. Now, without further ado, let's get to know the presenters. So, my name is Zanetta. I'm a community association manager for FanCo. I don't really have a nickname, but I guess you can call me Giraffe because I have like a 60-inch wingspan, so I guess you can call me that. I think once the shelter in place gets lifted, I just want to have a party at Ocean Beach, like a bonfire party with some friends. And next we have Brian Garcia, account executive for Restoration Management.
Hello, I'm Brian Garcia, Restoration Management Company. Restoration Management Company, we're a full-service disaster recovery company. Services including water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold remediation, environmental remediation, and construction services. RMC has 14 regional offices serving Arizona, California, Colorado, Washington, and Texas, as well as a national catastrophe response fleet of vehicles ready to help you out if anything comes up. I don't have a nickname. I do, when SIP is lifted, I do want to jump on the motorcycle and head down to Baja for a week and just sit on the beach and drink a Corona rather than
Okay, thank you, Brian. And then we have Daisy Ortiz, marketing manager from IQV Construction.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daisy Ortiz. I'm with IQV Construction and Roofing. We are a general contractor, and we focus on the rebuild and reconstruction of apartments, condos, and HOAs, as well as the whole roofing envelope throughout the Bay Area. I don't have a nickname that I'm aware of, and the first thing I would do after the shelter in place is lifted is go to the beach.
Okay. Thank you, Daisy. And then we have Mark Owens, president of Reliant Construction Management.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mark Owens with Reliant Construction Management. Reliant is a construction management firm based in San Francisco, and we provide construction management services to HOAs, CIDs, HOA management companies, multifamily properties throughout the entire Bay Area. Our mission is to preserve, protect, and enhance the assets of our clients through quality construction and management services. We were founded in 2009. And some of our overview of some of our projects that we do are reconstruction management, owner representation, SP 800, construction defect repair, capital improvements, emergency and water losses, catastrophic losses, fire life safety, risk management. And we have been around, as I said, since 2009. In regards to nickname, it's probably going to be kind of one of those eye-rolling kind of, as I've been called Marky Mark since Marky Mark came on the scene back in the 80s. So it's kind of also kind of showing my age a little bit. And then in regards to when the SIP is lifted, 2 things. I want to go out and to a restaurant. Hopefully they'll be open and available and not too compromised. And then also go to my barber.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And we have Matt Cahill, owner of Malcolm Plumbing.
Thank you. My name is Matt Cahill, the owner of Malcolm Plumbing and Mechanical here in San Francisco. We serve San Francisco and the surrounding counties. We're a union shop here in the city, and we've been in business. I've owned it since 2006, but the shop has been here since 1912. We are a full-service plumbing and mechanical shop. The mechanical end of my business is steam boiler work, design build, and a lot of hydronic domestic hot water and heating systems, radiant flooring, and everything associated with that. My nickname, some of the guys call me the Little General. Not too fond of it, but kind of stuck a long time ago. And as far as when this is lifted, I'm going to take the family on a nice camping and fishing trip and just try to unwind.
Thank you, Matt. Last but not least, we have Daniel Lima, owner of Endure Painting.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in. My name is Daniel Lima. I'm the owner of Endure Painting. Here at Endure Painting, we like to say that our name defines our services. The name Endure Painting kind of means like three things for us, or two things that we focus on, and that's providing enduring surfaces. That means we do the right preparation, provide the right products and the right application for your projects. The second one is enduring clients. We do everything we can to serve you the best we can, so that you can continue to work with us and have enduring clients. The third one is enduring employees, and we understand how important it is to maintain the consistency in our service by keeping the right people, the right staff, and during these times, this is one of the main focus that we are, doing to keep our employees during this time.
Okay, thanks, Daniel. Thank you, everybody. I'll take note of all the nicknames. So now we got to know each other a little bit more. Let's get started. Just a reminder to our viewers, if you have any questions, just feel free in commenting below and we'll get to your question at the end. So let's start the Q&A. Mark, this is a question from Mark. How has the COVID-19 shelter-in-place affected your business?
Well, it's affected Reliant, like I'm sure it's affected a lot of businesses dramatically. We are a construction management firm, so we're dealing with construction projects. So the majority of those were literally halted, and any of the ones that were in the production stage, planning stage, were kind of halted, especially if they were going to be launched in the next couple of weeks, which they were, some of them were. So we had a reduction of probably about 80% of our workload was instantly stopped or shortly thereafter. So it created some, challenges for us, both from a staff perspective and a client perspective. So I'd like to talk about, kind of discuss both of those because both are very important. Staff morale obviously was affected dramatically, probably instantaneously, not only because of staff workloads being dramatically reduced, but also concerns about their health, safety, what's going to happen about the business, their job, production, all the good stuff, and scary stuff too as well. So I reached out to my staff pretty quickly and maintained, discuss all these and continued this ongoing thing with them as far as checking in with them even more frequently than I did in some respects on a weekly basis through Zoom meetings and such like that. And also that benefited us because the Zoom meeting is definitely going to be something that is going to be all of us are going to probably look at using or some sort of platform like that in the future. So just checking with them to see what's going on, kind of reassuring them, as well as getting them engaged in some other projects that were more Reliant specific, not so much with our clients. So we can kind of do stuff that's been on the back burner, things like, updating our website, updating some of our materials, things like that. Documenting and putting systems in place, but also working with them to plan, because sooner or later this SAP was going to be lifted and has been less restricted now as of this week, but getting ready so we can plan for our projects. So we're not going to, we're going to be able to, get going as soon as possible. And the other is client relations, which I mentioned a minute ago. And that was important too, because I wanted to reassure our clients that we're going to, still to be available for them for any emergencies or anything that comes up for them, but as well as to know that we're not just dropping the ball or not leaving them. We're going to be there, continue to plan, work with them, kind of prepare for when the SIP was lifted, and know that we're still there for them. And then just in general, the last sort of thing that was kind of how it affected is obviously the solvency, revenue generating. Our revenue depends upon our work. If we're not managing a project, we can't, we're not going to bill for anything. So fortunately, I had some things in place that we had some cushion, so we didn't have to furlough or reduce any kind of, any kind of reduction in any sort of way as far as compensation, pay cuts, or things like that. And so that was good, but also recognizing the fact that wouldn't last forever. So getting some things in place to make sure that, not only when this gets lifted, and which it has, but slowly getting back up and then back up and running full steam, but that we'd be, solvent and continue to remain solvent.
Okay, thank you, Mark. So, as you know, cities and states have moved to shut down all but essential services. Many other industry have said that construction workers would be exempt. Brian, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think construction is definitely an essential business, and for the most part, it continued moving forward. What I think needs to be evaluated is the type of construction that should be considered essential. Some of the things that need to be taken into consideration are where the project is located, what orders have been issued in that locality, and what kind of project it is. Now, for us at a restoration management company, we're in a unique position in that our business is based around getting businesses and residents back into their homes, businesses back up and running, and residents back to their homes. So for us, our construction services is considered an essential business anyway, and has continued mostly as normal. Now, we categorize our construction as high priority jobs or low priority jobs, with apartments and getting people back into their homes as the highest priority. However, say a cafe catches on fire or something similar to that, while it's difficult for the owner, it's something that can probably be held off until the shelter in place has been lifted. Now, as most of us know, at the beginning of April, most of the San Francisco Bay Area counties announced that for the most part, most construction would be halted under a tightened joint and shelter place order. Among the few exceptions are projects necessary for essential infrastructure and projects associated with healthcare operations, such as construction directly related to the COVID-19 response. San Francisco in particular, they put out an order saying that for the purpose of this order, individuals may leave their residence to provide any service or perform any work necessary to the operations and maintenance of essential infrastructure, including but not limited to public works construction, construction of housing, which in particular is affordable housing or housing for individuals experiencing homelessness, airport operations, water, sewage, gas, electrical, oil refining, roads and highways, public transportation, solid waste collection and removal, internet. You get the point. So, you know, there was still some flexibility for construction to continue moving forward. But again, it was prioritizing the type of job that was being put into place. And again, getting people into their homes and keeping the roads open, really things like that or continued moving forward. Now, what we're lucky about is that as of May 3rd, the restrictions are being further relaxed, but stricter protocols are being written specifically towards construction. For instance, both San Francisco and Santa Clara counties have initiated specific protocols that will include companies need to provide PPE for their employees. They need to designate site-specific COVID-19 supervisor or supervisors to enforce the guidance, daily screening protocols for arriving staff to ensure that potential infected staff do not enter construction sites. Social distancing, of course, by maintaining minimum 6-foot distance between workers at all time, except as strictly necessary to carry out the job. And occupied residential units will require containment separating work area from the residents. Now, again, for us, Restoration Management Company, due to the nature of our industry, we already follow pretty darn strict safety protocols in the interest of our employees and our customers. We regularly install containment fields for our work and have recently started to install them for apartments and condos also, just so that tenants can move in and out of their properties without stressing out their neighbors. So again, I think, yes, construction is absolutely an essential business and should have and did continue moving forward almost as normal.
Okay, thank you. This next question is for Daisy. So we all seen the effects of COVID-19 in our day-to-day business. Maybe you have to cancel or postpone important events, start working from home, or implementing like daily cleaning routines within your company. But what about when it comes to your marketing activities? So Daisy, what are you doing to stay visible?
Hi, so staying visible and staying connected are very important during this time. To remain visible for your clients and your team members to know what's going on with the company and what measures you will be taking to keep your team members and clients safe. You can stay connected by simply posting an update, sending a text, or calling a client customer to see how they're doing or if they need support during these difficult times. What we're doing here at IQV is keeping our social media posting a schedule and following up with our customers to make sure they are doing well and to offer support in any way we can. We're also sending out newsletters with company updates, and we let our customers and team members know where we stand during this crisis. We also have been reaching out to many of our customers, letting them know we received a large order of hand sanitizers. If they need any, we would be more than happy to send them their way. And like I mentioned before, staying connected and visible is critical, especially because team members and clients are wondering what is going on with the company. For team members, they wonder if the company is going to lay them off, or if it's going to close, or close for business. And for clients, they want to know who's available to assist them during these times, especially if there's an emergency. They want to know who to call. So some tips I have for you to make sure your customers and your team members stay engaged and connected is: one, have virtual trainings. Provide your staff with product service trainings virtually. This is a great way to keep your team members engaged. Another one is online marketing. Right now, it's a good time to start your Facebook page, LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter. It's to create more of a brand awareness, especially right now, since a lot of our customers, a lot of our team members are staying at home, working remotely. They are searching through social media platforms, just trying to stay busy. Also, another one would be to boost your network is update your LinkedIn account. When was the last time that you updated your LinkedIn account? You can update your profile picture, your description of work, also your company profile update, post new pictures in there of if you have a new project manager, if you have a new team member that's stuff like that, so that way everybody's connected. Aneta, since the shelter in place took place, have you noticed any differences in the marketing strategies? Has anything captured your attention?
Yes. So lately I've been getting a lot of emails and also just newsletters from companies saying like, just want to check in, make sure you're okay. How you doing? How can we help you? And also just been seeing a lot of people like posting a lot on LinkedIn. So being like trying to get their names out there. And some companies have come up with these virtual activities, which I've participated in a few. Like recently I participated in the virtual 5K run. I was in pain afterwards, but it was fun. It was worth it. And then today I got invited to like a virtual bingo. I don't know how that's going to work, but so yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that lately. And then so we have a next question. It's for Daniel. In a crisis situation like this, we all have to adjust, adapt, and learn very quickly. What are some things that will change your way of working, planning, or servicing your clients after this crisis?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and I like that. The question kind of says the crisis, because it's really I learned that any change can create crisis, and at this times, like things are changing, evolving, and it's creating a crisis in many people and companies, and so we all kind of have to really learn to adapt and change. There's probably companies out there that been doing the same thing for 50 plus years, and right now they're realizing like we need to change, we need to find a different way. So just being open to that, it's very important. And so what we're doing here at Endure Painting is that well, luckily we had systems in place already that would allow us to work remotely. We upgraded our systems, and so it's easy for us to work remotely and continue to have all the information we need, all the documents, run all our systems from home. But the other thing is, we had to adapt with our marketing strategies. Before we used to stop by your offices and go to visit clients and bring goodies and stuff. And now, it's difficult to do this. We can't do this. So having to adapt those things and change, just like Daisy was saying, learning all those tips and tricks that we need to do, including this event, will help us into the adaptation and the change of the company in terms of marketing. But the other thing is that we're providing, one thing that we are doing new is that we're providing a platform for our work in progress. So our clients can see the job. We send them a link and they can see the work in progress on a daily basis. They can see pictures of the job. They can see change orders. They can see everything. They can sign it electronically. So we adapted that so that it's much easier for our clients to not having to go to the property or having to be there to make some changes. And so those are things that we're doing. And one last thing that we're doing right now is we created a training program. It's one of these folders that we have. We create a training program for our employees, and all the notices that we have to have ready for our guys to get back to work. And so in the guide that we put together, and as a matter of fact, we're happy to share that information with anyone, any business owner out there that's watching this video. Just reach out to us at Endure Painting, and we can send this to you. All you got to do is really change the logo, and you can feel free to use it. So those are the things that we're doing. And so I would say, just to close this, that this is a crisis because it's a change. But if you learn to plan and adapt, you can definitely be successful, and that's what we need to do in these times all together.
Thank you, Daniel. And this last question is for Matt, because some of us are facing a challenge staying focused and on time while working from home. Could you share some tips on time management?
So like everybody or a lot of businesses out there, we're finding that we're limited on jobs we're doing out in the field. So in the office, we have some open time. So to keep on track in the office, we've been generating kind of as an office team a daily list of things that we would like to complete during the day, in-house or in the office. And things that don't get completed on lists, we roll over to the next day. We've also been taking the time to update some of our files. Service contracts we deal with a lot, so we've been updating our service contracts and just trying to update things that in a normal busy work week you don't necessarily have time to do or to manage. With my technicians that are still working out in the field, some of the differences there is we have to manage the time for an in-house meeting every day, checking temperatures, and getting feedback on how to improve our daily interactions with our customers. So we've been pushing back our morning appointments a bit so that we can fit the daily morning meetings, kind of a team huddle type of thing every morning into our schedule, which then has to get relayed to our customers scheduling. With me, we also have been working at home, which a lot of people are doing as well. At home gets a little bit more challenging with the family. So at my home, having a kind of a more set schedule at home with the kids and having them eat breakfast and then get right to their online homework, which is also a new thing and been interesting to try to manage. But with the young kids, I think that their attention span is, for me anyway, better in the morning. It keeps them on track, and then you can do the breaks and then come back to the homework, and also then be able to mix my work phone calls in while they're on their break, and setting all that up to hopefully run a bit smoothly. The most interesting one with myself is when I have to bring my young son to the office with me. So there again, brand new situation. Managing that time again helps to get him all set up in the morning, and go from there so that I can make phone calls and do all of that stuff after he's set up. Other than that, I think that hopefully this will be over here shortly and we can get back to our normally scheduled days.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody. The Q&A was very insightful. Let's see the viewers' questions. Are there questions out there?
We are looking at the live stream. have some names out there. No questions as of now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, viewers, for contributing in this live stream. For those viewing the stream after it's broadcast and have questions or like to join our next expo, feel free to message or comment below. And we have the best for last. It's now time for the raffle.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have everyone that's watching this video. We're already getting some text with names and emails, and what we'll do is that once we are done with this video, we'll select a winner or a couple winners, and we'll be sending you an email with the different raffles. But we'll announce. We'll have each company announce what they have for you. So we can start with Daisy. Daisy, what do you have for our viewers?
Hi, so I have a $50 gift card that I can send either electronically or by mail.
Thank you. How about Brian? Brian, what do you have?
I will also have a $50 gift card. It'll be to your, just in order to support local business, to your favorite local restaurant.
Thank you. That's great. How about Mark? Mark.
Hi. Yes, I have a $50 Visa gift card, and like Daisy, I can either be sent to you electronically or I can mail it to you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Matthew.
We have a $50 gift card to Fandango, when it can be sent either electronically or through the mail. Figured somebody might want to get out and go see a movie.
Great, thank you. And so for me, I have a $50 gift card for different stores too, the Safeway, Lucky's, Bonds, and so you can do your shopping. And so again, we'll just have you text your name and email at the number here below, and we'll select 5 winners, and we'll be sending you guys these gifts. So thank you for watching. Thank you for here. Stay
tuned, everybody.
Thank you. Next one.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Until next time.